Namaste and welcome in this module. So here you are going to learn about Ayurvedic dietetics. In Ayurveda, for the diet, there is a Sanskrit word that is ahara, that is anna. We have one reference that says ahara tu prana bhuishte, means food is the one which carries our prana, energy. That's true. We cannot survive with the food. So, in this module, we are going to explore more and more about Ayurveda. What are the Ayurvedic concepts related to diet, and how these concepts we have to introduce into our diet, our lifestyle, so we can keep our constitution in balance. We can make our life, make our health more healthy. So, let's start. There is a one shloka which is in Charak Samhita which says the importance of food. आहार आहार वह प्राण है जो हमें ऊर्जा स्वास्थ्य और समता प्रदान करता है. That means the food is the one which carries prana, our life, which gives us energy, health and balance. There is one more reference which says the human body as well as the disease are formed only by food. The wholesome and unwholesome foods are responsible for happiness and miseries respectively. Means if your food is wholesome, you'll get a good health, happiness. And if it is unwholesome, you'll get the disease, miseries. And in one line it says, Arogyam bhojnat dhanam. Health is completely dependent on food. In one line it is done. Your health is completely dependent on food. Which is the healthy food? The food is the healthy which is produced from the healthy seed in unpolluted soil, water and air and environment to be considered as the best, because this is due to positive energy and complete nourishment which are essential for a healthy body and mind. Balanced diet is good for nutrition, energy, maintenance of internal harmony, growth and development. There are researches. The researchers observed that when food enters into the mouth and passes through the digestive system, it's not only the source of nutrition, it's not only the source of carbohydrate, protein, fat. It sends a multiple interacting signals to our brain loaded with the sensory, nutritive and other information. Food is emotions, food is feeling, food is life, right? So this is not just, it should not be just based on the chemical structure, carbohydrate, protein. And because there is so many emotions, we have observed it. Even the one is eating well balanced food, but it is not connected to your memory, you're not really enjoying it, you cannot stick to that particular food for a long time, right? Because we are not just chemical based, we are emotions. There is a senses, there is a mind, there is a soul. That's why there is, in Ayurveda we take the holistic approach, we take the wholesome together, right? So thus the digestion and metabolism is not limited to ingestion of food only, but it is affected by how the brain and nervous system receives the process the information too. That is also important. So here let's understand the classification. This is a broad classification of food according in Ayurveda. Like sometimes you eat food, you feel lighter, sometimes you feel heavy for the digestion. So that is the first classification. Light to digest, heavy to digest. Examples. The light to digest is like rice, well cooked rice, green gram soup, dal or veg clear soup. These foods are very light for the digestion. Examples of heavy to digest food like white bread, sugar preparations, milk and milk preparation, dairy products, sesame seeds, breadcrumb. These examples come from the Charak Samhita, Sutra Sthana, 5th chapter, 5th shloka. These examples are coming from that. So these kind of food are very heavy for the digestion. One more classification is, that is the source from where we are getting our food products, from where that is a source. According to source there is a classification, and that is 12 type. We are very much aware about this classification. Like first is grains, pulses, meat, vegetables, fruits, greens, wines. There is one classification of wine also in Ayurveda. Water, milk and meats product, sugar cane and its product, cooked food and adjuncts of food. So these are the 12 sources from where we receive our food. One more classification, that is like eatable food, drinkable food, lickable, and masticable. This classification is important because these stimulate the digestion and metabolic process, Agni, and this reference comes from the Charak Samhita Sutra Sthana 28th chapter 3rd shloka. And there is an example. Eatable, we all know what we can eat: bread, rice, pizza, cookies, salad, sandwiches. Drinkable, like what we have to drink: water, juices, coffee, tea. Lickable, we have to lick it: ice cream, lollipop, honey, jam, syrup, popsicles. Masticables, a little hard dried fruit, raisins, apricot, tough meat, raw vegetables, carrots, like that. So this is just a classification for understanding. There is one more classification according to how it really affects our body. So there is the broadly classification that we have to understand. Two is a wholesome food, unwholesome food, right? And this wholesome and unwholesome, there is one universal wholesome, like consuming old grains, 1 year old grain, like 1 year old rice or 1 year old wheat is wholesome. Consuming fresh harvested grains are not good for health, that is unwholesome. Okay, so that is universal. And there is one wholesome and unwholesome according to disease. For example, if somebody is really suffering with the irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's disease, so there is a list of food which is wholesome for him, and there is a list of food which is unwholesome for him. For example, somebody is suffering with a migraine problem, so there will be the list of the food which is wholesome for that migraine, and list of the food which is unwholesome for the migraine. So this is just a first video. So let's move to the next video and start learning more about the Ayurvedic nutrition. I hope you are really enjoying, and see you in the next video. Thank you.